What's up, Facebook, y'all? This weekend, I got back last night, late, after the Arnold. Supposed to be flying out. This is going to be part of the live as far as this breaking out. How I adapt to all these changes that you can't do anything about, right? Like, I was supposed to leave out yesterday morning at 3 a.m. I was supposed to wake up at 3 o'clock. My Uber was coming at 4. Flight was going to be early. I was going to get home at 10 a.m. I got home at 11 p.m. because of the storms. So, anyway, late. I got in bed like 2 o'clock this morning. Slept in till 11, so I got like a lot of sleep. I needed that sleep. My central nervous system needed that sleep. I'm so excited. So, in this live, I'm just going to tell you about the weekend and things that I learned and how I prepared for this past weekend, food-wise and training-wise, and how the things that I'm going to adjust for the Arnold UK, which is coming up in, I think, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, food-wise and just training-wise. And all the protocols, like everything, how I stay on track, what does stay on track mean in all these different situations. So you'll see, I'm going to talk through how I justify all the changes and being flexible. So this is what I coach, is being able to be flexible with your food, your movement, your steps, your sleep, your everything. Because if you don't have clear boundaries and clear flexible boundaries, then you're going to always be having to start over and always have to be restarting or, falling off. We don't have to fall off. You don't have to fall off. And then I'm also going to talk about all the people that I met. Probably not all of them because that'd be like a million hours long. But I'm very excited. This was the best fashion show to date. And I said that about the Disney fashion show, or the Disney one. And then I said about the Olympia last year, best one to date. This was my first fashion show in 2026. I'm pretty sure, yes. And it was flawless. Like, it was flawless. We had some kind of starting in reverse, but it's okay. If you have not walked in one of our fashion shows, our Angel Competition fashion shows, you need to. And I had 2 clients walk in the show for the first time, and 1 client came to meet us and support, and it was just a weekend full of community and bikinis and people, we all like the same exact things, right? It's not, and that's what I was telling my girls. My clients that were there, my 3 clients, you have to intentionally take yourself out of your comfort zone and put yourself in an uncomfortable place to grow, period. Because nobody in their house, in their life, tracks or macros or trains like them or cares how much they weigh or anything. Hey, Maddie. Nobody in their normal life, everyday life. But everyone at this place does. And even if they don't track their macros and train like you, because that's what the Arnold Classic is about diversity between people. But like, they have strongman, they have Olympic lifting, powerlifting. I think they have they have pole dancing. And these are all competitions. It's not like they're just being sexual over there. Foosball, arm wrestling, like the Arnold Classic is my favorite expo of all times because of that, because it brings so many different people from all around the world together that just like health and fitness and being active. They have obviously bodybuilding show in every division. They have it's actually a week, but we only go for the weekend. Like American Ninja Warrior things where they like every kind of literally fitness related competition is here. And I'm really pumped because this is the first year we're going to be able to go to the UK. So I know that the UK is not as big as the US, but it will be one day, right? And we don't know. I don't even know that for a fact. That's just off of what I've read and seen and know. But we'll see our own experience, right? And we will have our fashion show over there. So that's going to be really fun. And right now, we have a good amount of fashion show girls going over there. That's the biggest thing with the fashion show, is that we've done it for so long that we are in a place where we can be very intentional with the location. And once we figure out where the locations that work best and where our girls want to go, because ultimately the location needs to be desirable, right? We want all of our fashion show girls to have value so high, not just from the fashion show and from the event of that there, right? But from what we do within the weekend, So, and then the place. So places like the Olympia, going to Vegas, that's a destination. Anaheim, going to Disneyland, that's a destination. UK, going to overseas, that's a destination. Though that's a big commitment, that's still, it's the whole experience, So we'll all be flying over there pretty much at the same time, or even on the same plane with some of us. We don't coordinate that because there's so many of them, so many girls, and they live all over the place, right? But we do very clearly, here's where we're staying here, so that everybody's safe. Here's where we're staying, we're training, all the things. So that is really exciting. And like I said, we're just being able to say, like the Disney one, concrete. Olympia, Vegas, concrete. Arnold, US, concrete. We're still wanting a couple more, maybe in Texas, maybe in Florida. But anyway, if you want to, the weather here is crazy right now. If you want any more information about the fashion show, message me, DM me. But it's life-changing event, because not just what you are putting yourself into, and you're making friends that you'll have for the rest of your life. Literally. Like I went to my first, look at me now. Went to my first ACB Fashion Show 2021. I've done a couple of podcasts on that. The hardest no I ever said. That's a really good one about that season of my life. But that changed my life. The decision to go there changed my life. And I would not have any of the things that I have at this point, definitely in my career, in competing, if I would not have made that decision. So the power of decisions, very, very important. Excuse me, for you to learn. So, okay, with the fashion show, all the girls, so I kind of go over a little bit. The biggest thing with the fashion show, our first priority is helping you build confidence in whatever body you have, right? This is a big goal where no one's judging you here. It's not a competition, but it's going to put you in a competition suit. It's going to put you in a competition heels on a competition stage. It's going to put you in an environment just like a competition, except the knowing that you're not being judged. So this is a big goal. All the girls, they don't diet for it, but they kind of diet for it. Some of them do. Some of them prep for it. My girls did. Both, like we had two. One was we're in the tail end of her reverse, but we reversed and we stayed tight for this. Now we're going to go starting her prep in a very, very healthy place metabolically, like killing her reverse diet. And then Tiara, the other one, this is her milestone. So like that's huge. That's a huge goal. And I could not have been more proud of her or Taylor, both of them. But she just owned it. And she's a dancer, or she's a dance teacher now, but she's always been a dancer. And it was like she was back in her days dancing, like just on stage. She had never been competed before. She's going to compete this year at Summer Shredding. But seeing her on stage with the confidence she had, I was like, because we still got plenty of room to work and to do before Summer Shredding, she's going to get up there with just not lights out, right? So proud of them. Both of them. So proud of them. Maddie came in. She got just really, and even with Taylor, I'm asking them in their check-ins today, what did you learn from the event? This is the first time they all met one, and then being around other girls that have the same desires and wants and goals as you. What I want them to realize is and I know that they did, I'm not saying like I am the best coach in the world, but I'm damn near close. No, but as for a woman, like what my program is, I have made it metabolically, hormonally, mental health, competing, it's everything that these girls need. It's everything. It's clear. It's very science, everything's science backed, everything. So they get to meet more girls who have other coaches, and all 3 of my girls have never had another coach, which I'm very, very thankful for. Cause then I can give them this experience and they're never going to go anywhere else that doesn't mean they're going to stay with me for life, but they're just never going to go to another coach because they don't need to. But they're able to also listen and hear how other girls' reverse diets are going. How other girls, they just can say, all right, well, I really, because all my girls have already built these habits that are just now second nature. That doesn't mean that they don't go over or under macros. That doesn't mean they hit everything perfect. That we don't strive for perfection. We just strive for better. But they can now know that they are not doing that bad, right? Because when I say that, because I see and I hear all these horror stories, that's easy for me to say, hey, you messing up a couple times a week ain't nothing, right? Now they're like, I see it clearer. And that's huge, right? That's awareness of yourself and awareness of other people. And that's for you to be able to say, talk yourself out of discouragement. That's the goal, right? Because if you don't have anything to even compare accurately or evenly to, then you're going to compare yourself to people that is just unrealistic. Now, if they ever think like, oh, I messed up, they're going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to keep going because that wasn't really that big of a mess up. And they can now be able to just be realistic with what they say to themselves about their habits. And then at the same time, it's the same if you're looking at your habits and you're honest with, could you do better? Yes, then there you go. That's it. That's what you do there too, So honesty for yourself is going to be beneficial for you on every end. Without that, you are hopeless. Without honesty and self-awareness. And just the desire to either keep this awareness that you have brought awareness to, keep this, whatever it is, or change it. If you don't have that, then you pretty much you're hopeless. Okay. So just very, very, very happy with how everything turned out. The photo shoots, our friend SJ, they are the photographers. Sarah Jean, pretty sure it's Jean. They're right up, I'm gonna be honest with you. I put them right up there with Gilco. Gilco Productions in our competition world, their competition photos and videos are like magic. I'm not even can't even describe it. It literally is an art. And for Sarah and her husband, it's an art. And I'm so excited. They're going with us to UK. I need to schedule that with her today. I'm going to do a photo shoot in the UK. Just a fun photo shoot. And because after the show, they do the photos and the videos for the show. So that is included in your price for the fashion show. But anyway, they stay after. You can book sessions with them for after or even before the fashion show and do individual sessions, which is really cool because that helps them grow their business. But I was like, this was taken in this room where I was looking through some of the photos. They're magic. So very excited for that. And then, the next one is UK, a couple weeks. And then the next one here in the US, I don't know. Oh, well, I guess once I get back from, there's really not a fashion show, or at least one that I'm on my calendar right this very second until Anaheim and then Olympia. But once I get back from, where am I going? UK. For me, will be a time that making moves in my own life. I don't know where exactly yet, but we're gonna figure that out a little bit more this week. And then summer shredding starts. So that starts in June, July, September. And then, so I have clients competing just starting pretty much next month. And I'll be traveling that'll be my only travel for the rest of the year. is figuring out where I'm going to be living and client shows and summer shredding and the Olympia, of course. So yeah. Okay. So great weekend. Got to meet Kara and Deb. Got to eat dinner with like right next to Arnold. I take a picture with him, and they got to do that at the Legacy Lounge. And Savannah and I are going to be the ones that get to go to the Legacy Lounge in the UK. So we're going to be very excited. And if we get to meet Arnold again, because we've met him once, but not like that intimate type of situation. I haven't. We met him. He came backstage a couple of years ago and like called us his angels and stuff. It was really cool. But that was really cool. It was the best weekend event we've had. Like, it was the best, not only fashion show, but the best, like, all of the girls that are, and we did have a couple of no-shows as far as girls that had signed up to help us at the booth that are ambassadors that didn't show, and we don't really exactly know why, but if you are one of those girls, just reach out to us so that we know why you didn't show, which there's a lot of reasons why. We just always have to just make that note so that we can prepare in ways for there to always be somebody or somebody's at our booth that represent us and can help with questions that from all the other girls. So we got to meet a lot of girls. We actually, in the carousel, we gave away 250 pairs of socks and have 250 new emails. That's huge. That means we had 250 women that we connected with on a different level. Not selling, like we didn't sell anything. We just connected with you. So you're now in our world. And yeah, just be coming back. Like usually when I get back and I still have like 50 something text messages to go through and then a million DMs to go through, which is very normal for this weekend because I get my cell phone number on my card because I need these girls to just stay like, and a lot of them are young and it don't matter if they're young or old, it don't matter. I just need them to stay very clear and connected with me if they want to be in this world, right? Because we don't want them to be going down and being told to do things they don't need to do, being coached by people that are not looking out for them. You know, protect these little ones. I met so many girls that were 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And I'm just like, let me put these little protector bubbles around y'all by pulling y'all into our community. And that way you don't make bad decisions because you only know that one decision, right? I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know and give you the confidence to, one, ask me before you do things, or to make good decisions for yourself and for your future self. I had to talk about my Becoming Her workbook all weekend, shared that, and like so many, even to my Uber driver, I was like, and of course, y'all know I don't sell anything, I just talk, and it sells itself. Like, just that workbook is going to change so many lives. I'm so excited. Tamika, one of my girlfriends, she's a pro. She's going to be at the Optimum Classic, which is in May. I will go to that show. It's in Louisiana. It's my favorite. I'm really, really excited right now. It's my show that I do for the first time every season that I compete. I'll always do the Optimum. I didn't know she was competing in there. I'm so pumped about that. So and then she lives in Miami. Pumped about that too because we got some things going over there in Miami. A lot of people, I'm not even joking with y'all, and this is kind of, I'm transitioning from the like fashion show to kind of my life. And then I'm going to talk about a little bit about food and workouts and stuff like that. But literally, God put every single person in this weekend in my life for all 250 of them either lived in Florida, I ain't gonna lie, lived somewhere, or at some point, there was a complete, hey, Kara, I need to, this whole first part was about the fashion show, so I need to, I thought about, I need to tag angels here, but I'll figure that out after I do this. Okay, so, what was I saying? Oh, wait, I forgot. Oh, you threw me off, Kara. Okay. No, every woman, every person that I met is like, I could directly link a part of my life that was needed to be said to me. in that moment. And it was crazy. And so I'm just really excited to be able to come back home and reflect and put together all the notes from that part. So all the notes from the fashion show, all the notes from that part of my weekend, and then all the notes for my physical, what I need to do going into the UK from lessons I learned here, right? So being able to come back from a weekend like that and just like decompress and come on here, this is perfect. Like come on here and talk about all the weekend. But I'll be honest with you, my dad picked me up last night from the airport, and I literally talked the entire way. So we live like an hour, and this is at like 11:30. We live an hour away. I talked the whole time. I was like, oh, and he's of course just listening, but I was just so excited. And again, I'm like, I did pass out once I got home, but I was so excited. So being able to come on here and just take the energy and give it to y'all and go through everything and just kind of like process live, pretty much is what I'm doing right now. Okay, so with food, I have a lot of y'all asking about how I stay on track. And so a couple things that I did that worked for me this trip, and I'll do for the UK. So I made my 2 pancakes. I made them in these little loaf breads. So the 2 times a day, I eat 2.1 ounces of Kodak cakes. It's just mixed with water. So our breakfast and then one for like a snack midday or whatever. I made all of them. So we were gone 4 days, so I made 8 of them. So that's 1 pan that I just made. So simple. It works so perfectly, and it was very moist. So I just wrapped it in saran wrap, wrapped it in a paper towel, put it in a Ziploc. I'm going to do that again for the UK, except I'll make them more because we're staying, I think, 7 days. So I'll do 2 of those a day. Other foods that worked for me this time, or I guess I'll say this. And I have a full day of eating at the Arnold. I'll go ahead and try and get that post like sped up so that you can see all the different snacks. I do take, so right now I'm eating like 25 carbs, 75 fats, 145 protein. So I'm eating a lot. And I just spread them out throughout the day. And that doesn't mean that I eat 8 times a day. Kara would probably I never see her eat at all, except breakfast and dinner. But it's because like literally I would go in the bathroom and have a little rice cake in my pocket. I just eat it, right? Or I'll sit at the booth. Or one day or 2 days, it might be 2 days, I went back to the room and took like a brain break for 45 minutes, an hour, ate my sandwich, drank my energy drink, ate my PB&J, drank my energy drink, and just freshen up mentally, go back down, right? So, but I do take my macros and split them into more snacky foods so that I can put it in my pocket or walk and talk or walk and eat, so that alone just helps my blood sugar not drop. I know, that's what I'm saying. You've told me a million times, like, I've never seen you eat, and it's just because I'm just strategical with it, I guess. And no ants, yes, that's huge. So tell Drew that, tell him remember that. So one thing I am gonna change with food for that, so I'm gonna make the full day of eating. It's very just simple, basic food, and easy to eat on the road, easy to travel with, obviously, easy to prep. Like, that's the biggest thing, easy to prep. But one thing I did, and I know this, but of course you know things and you still have to relearn them if you're not paying enough attention. But my fiber the first 2 days was like 71, 72 grams. So you're going to have too much fiber and too little fiber. That's too much fiber for me. And I know that. But again, unless I'm intentionally looking at that, which I try to be, but sometimes it just is what it is. And that caused a little bit of digestive issues. And I'm already having digestive issues just due to central nervous system, like cortisol, all of that with life. So that kind of played a little bit part of that. But what I did do, started on Saturday and Sunday, this is what I'm going to do for the UK. I'm not going to bring, so I looked into my meal plan and what was the highest in fiber. Well, one, the no-cow bar has high fiber. Then the second one was the Lynn and Larry bar, or Lynn and Larry cookie, that has a lot of fiber. Those two things have the most fiber. So I need to cut one of those. And I want to be efficient with that cut, even more than cutting just the fiber. What of these 2 items has the most macros, so that I can not have to find more food to fit it. I'd rather find less food to fit into my total macros, right? So I kept the cookie, and yeah, I'm gonna just not have the no cow bar. So sometimes when my food is lower, that's when I use the no cow bar without the lemon Larry, because that just won't fit. Does that make sense? So I will watch that more closely, and I'll work on that change. And it's not gonna be very big of a change, just like that, what I just told you, and then a little protein increase of here, or I'm not really replacing that bar, to be honest with you. Not that I know at this point, at least, but that is something I am adjust so that I can have better digestion. I'm hoping to get everything pretty much streamlined before the UK so that it just stays. But any type of travel, especially over the amount of time, I don't even know how long the flight is, but I know that it's not 2 hours, always is going to cause such like cortisol levels to rise, which is going to cause digestion to be weird. And you can take as much preventative things as you want to. Like, you really don't want to take preventative, like when I say preventative, any type of laxatives. We're not trying to do any type of cleanse, nothing outside of just increasing water. That sometimes I'll take an extra daily cleanse, but even when I travel, but even with that, I'm trying to not do that this year, or just not do that moving forward, so that I can even because I'm eating more food this year, or right now, than I was last year. So when I was traveling last year and prepped last year, I was a little bit more, or had less just that food to digest, to be honest with you. So anyway, I'll say I took 2 daily cleanse per day, which is one up product. It's not a cleanse. I don't know why they call it daily cleanse, because it's just got natural ingredients that help digestive health. So anyway, I'll probably go into the UK with the addition or the takeaway of the no cow bar. I'm probably going to just add 1, maybe, daily cleanse to what I already take, which is 2. But we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to say where I'm supposed to stay with my fiber window up until, or through the UK. And going into it, that's the goal, is to have it all normal. Okay. And then as far as training and steps and water, the biggest thing is, and how I do it going away. So I don't take this hydro jug, but I take the plastic hydro jug, which is the old version. You could get one of these from Walmart if you want to. You can carry this actually hydro jug through the airport. You just have to dump it out or finish it before you go through the security. Get on the other side, fill it up. That's easy. I do always Instacart at least 2 gallons of water to the hotel for every trip, usually, because I've learned that there are going to be places that have refills where you can easily refill the bottle, but some places don't. So I always get 2 no matter what, and it gets drank. And then if I'm there for 10 days, that might be the only 2 that I need, or I can get more if I need more. But so that make that super simple to just, I know that I still only have to drink 4 of these. Easy for me to calculate, right? Easy for me to refill. If it's not easy for me to refill, I'll get more gallons. Steps, just being intentional, knowing that at all these expos, I get up in the morning and I train a little bit different, especially now that we're we're getting our groove, whenever I like to work out in the morning. Most of the girls like to work out in the afternoon or like evening, or they work, I don't know, that's just, everybody's different, right? But our groove that we've gotten into is, I go to the workout in the morning because that's I have to have that for my mental health right now, especially. And it's really, to have friends that understand that is like a game changer. So I'm like, and I went to go, and I don't know if I've told Kara thank you every day, but I'm like, thank you for this time. Like, I just need this time all day, but definitely this training time, But anyway, and then Kara and Deb go to start working, and then I come in at like 11 and just be wherever I need it. But my point of telling you that was that I still get up and I still do the same morning routine as I do at home. It doesn't ever change. And my time might change, but it doesn't really ever change. And so steps, I get those in. I still am aware of it. And even if you're up all day long, the biggest thing is realizing that you ain't gonna get your steps in just because you're up all day. So just being aware of that. Then, okay, I'm reading my little notes. A lot of walking at these expos. But again, even so, like it was like 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock maybe on Saturday. I've been up for, 10 hours and still have under 10,000 steps. And then by the end of the day, and then there's some girls who be booking it all day long and they got 25,000 steps. So just being aware of your steps and your water and your training. And so with training, what I was going to say is this past weekend, what I did was I got up, did my morning routine, just like always, 20-minute mobility, 10-minute walk. And then I just write like hotel workouts, whether I've already written them and they are in my notes, or I just write them once I look and see what the hotel gym has. And I just set a timer for 40 minutes and I just lift. And there's not, and so when I'm away like this, where we have events like that, I never really have a rest day. I just have a day where instead of doing, let's say, so like Friday, I didn't have a rest day. Actually, for last week, Thursday, because it ended up being so long and there was so many delays and all the things, and I didn't end up training. I actually trained. I didn't train that morning. I got up to train that morning and then life happened. I got up at like 4 Thursday morning or 3 o'clock Thursday morning before my flight and was going to train. I forgot about that. And life happened and I had other things that usually are not even in my life. So that not only is this never happened before, which is a lot right now. Anyway, so I ended up not training on Thursday like I intended to. And then Thursday afternoon, I was planning on going to the gym at the hotel just for a little workout, but ended up not even doing that because we had just things to do, and that's completely okay. Just keep flowing, right? I'm not making up for anything. I'm not doing anything. What was my intention for Friday? I was going to work out anyway because I do the 40 minutes, 2 body parts, in and out, hotel gym. That's what I did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which was yesterday. Sunday, I went and got a good workout in at the hotel gym still, but because my flight was canceled, I slept in a little bit on Sunday, which was yesterday, and got a good workout in. So being flexible, knowing that you don't never have to make up days, not in food, not with movement, not with anything. You just do the best you can. If you could have walked a little bit more, then know that and don't have that. You don't do that no more. Literally just make sure you make yourself proud. It's very simple, to be honest with you. When I simplify that, and like my girls, their check-in, are you proud or are you not proud of the way you made decisions all week long? If you're not proud, what are you not proud of? Let's not do that again. It's that simple. It really is. Weight loss, fat loss, sustainable. Everything is that simple. If it made you happy, keep doing it. If it makes you not happy, for whatever reason, don't keep doing it. That's it. So, okay. I am very excited for this year, and this kind of just refired me up. I do love being able to be around Kara. I hadn't seen Kara. I think we just figured out since a long time. Maybe when they were here in 2023 or something. I don't know, but I love being around her. I love being around Deb. I love being around all my angels, all the athletes, all the models. It gives you so much life and your purpose, right? You have to have purpose. And most women go their whole life and don't even figure out their purpose, and that's okay. That's what my Becoming Her workbook helps you do, is figure out your purpose, figure out you who you are, who you want to be. So once you figure that out, or not even once you figure it out, you start figuring that out, and you put yourself in these places where you can connect with us, people trying to figure it out too, other women trying to figure it out too, and you just keep going. And it's fun. And I'm proud of us. I'm proud of the community we built. I'm proud of where we're going, though nobody really knows where we're going, but it's okay because we're all going together. But, okay, so this live, I hope helped y'all just understand or learn a little bit about travel, know a little bit more about the fashion show, know what to expect, and so that you can come join the fashion show. So all of that information you can ask, or I'll link a bunch of links down below. The workbook, my coaching that has the fashion show information in it as well. Yeah, and if you have any questions, I'm an open book. Okay, let's have a good week.